just get out of here?
Yeah, sure. We could just go to a bar.
I want your boyfriends.
In Hong Kong, Franklin and Tuck, two CIA agents and best friends, are on a top-secret mission to capture the Heimer brothers and recover a dangerous weapon.
I am a cruise ship captain of a very...
While waiting at a bar, they start chatting up women when their targets, Jonas and Karl Heinrich, arrive at the party and head into a secured room for their deal. Inside, Karl betrays his buyers and shoots them all before grabbing the weapon. As he tries to escape, Franklin and Tuck take on his security team in a massive gunfight. Jonas and Karl make a run for their chopper, but Tuck manages to reach it in time, engaging in a fight with both brothers. He nearly falls to his death, but Jonas is taken down when Franklin jumps in to save Tuck. Meanwhile, Karl lands safely using a parachute, mourning his brother's death and vowing revenge against the agents. Back at the CIA field office, their boss, Collins, is furious over the mess they made.
The mission parameters of the Heinrich case.
She scolds them for turning a covert mission into a public spectacle and warns them that Karl is now out for revenge. To keep them safe, she grounds them and assigns them desk duty.
It's minimal damage. There's just some calcining around the...
Meanwhile, we meet Lauren, a product testing executive. She unexpectedly runs into her ex-boyfriend, Steve, and is crushed to learn he's now engaged.
Hey, Steve, hey!
Trying to save face, she lies about having a boyfriend, Ken, who she claims is a surgeon. Later, she heads to a sushi restaurant.
Paul?
I'm sorry, this is supposed to be your boyfriend's seat.
Only to realize Ken is actually the sushi chef. To make matters worse, Steve and his fiancée walk in, and Ken exposes her lie, leaving her embarrassed. Later, she vents to her best friend, Trish, about the humiliating encounter and regrets ever dating Steve.
He was your person too, but you know what kind of person he ended up being?
Trish thinks it's time Lauren moves on and suggests online dating. But Lauren isn't convinced, worried about meeting some weirdo. On the other side of town, Tuck and Franklin are attending a family gathering at Franklin's grandmother, Nana Foster's house.
You're not going to make me any great-grandbabies.
Tuck, who is divorced, admires Nana's long-lasting marriage, but Franklin, a notorious ladies' man, doesn't see the appeal of commitment. The next day, Tuck visits his son Joe's karate practice, where Joe struggles against his opponent while his coach oddly praises him.
What are you doing here in the middle of the day?
When Joe complains that his dad doesn't understand fighting since he's just a travel agent, Tuck doesn't correct him. Later, Tuck's ex-wife, Katie, arrives to pick up Joe.
I got a couple of days off from the agency, so I thought I'd come see Joe.
Tuck tries to ask her out on a family outing, but she politely declines. That evening, both Franklin and Tuck come across the same online dating ad. While Tuck seems intrigued, Franklin dismisses it as a joke. The next day, Lauren arrives at work, only to find out Trish has made an online dating profile for her.
House in a naughty nurse costume.
That's fine.
That's...
Complete with some racy pictures. Furious, Lauren confronts her, but Trish insists she needs to cast a wide net to find the right guy. While skimming through the profile, Lauren stumbles upon Tuck's picture and thinks he's cute. Tuck tells Franklin about his upcoming date, and Franklin, worried his friend might meet a crazy person,
Come on.
No, you're not watching my day, that's just wrong. No.
decides to tag along just in case he needs a quick escape. Tuck and Lauren meet that afternoon and immediately hit it off.
You too.
Meanwhile, Franklin kills time browsing at a nearby video store. The date goes great, and both Tuck and Lauren are eager to see each other again. Before heading home, Lauren stops at the same video store, where she bumps into Franklin. They start talking about movies, but Lauren quickly realizes he's a player and makes it clear she's not interested.
And women.
However, Franklin, intrigued by the challenge, uses his CIA resources to find her contact information. The next day, he crashes one of her work presentations, refusing to leave until she agrees to go on a date with him.
It just so happens I have a lot of...
To get rid of him, Lauren finally says yes. Later at work, Franklin and Tuck chat about their dates, only to realize they're seeing the same woman.
She does, but she's incredibly attractive with him.
Tuck asks if Lauren actually invited Franklin out, but Franklin dodges the question. Tuck then suggests Franklin back off, but Franklin insists he won't.
I'm gonna bow out. You date her.
Wait, no, hang on.
The two agree to compete for Lauren's attention while setting ground rules, no interference, and their friendship stays intact. Meanwhile, Karl Heinrich is tracking them down. Tuck takes Lauren out for another date, standing up Franklin in the process.
But just check it and well, clearly you can't check it.
Their date goes perfectly, ending with a kiss. The next day, Franklin has his turn, but Tuck can't resist spying. Franklin meets Lauren at a club, where he's the center of attention, but she's not impressed and leaves.
I think you're enjoying yourself.
Outside, she tells him she's not interested, until she spots Steve and his fiancée. In a split second, she grabs Franklin and kisses him, introducing him as her surgeon, boyfriend, just to make Steve jealous.
Oh, Steve! Oh my god, that is...
Franklin plays along, clearly enjoying the moment. Afterwards, the two grab some pizza, have a deep conversation, and really start to connect.
I don't believe mistakes.
Well, that's a very...
Franklin later finds out that Tuck spied on his date and confronts him about it. Before their argument escalates, Collins interrupts, giving them a lead on Carl Heinrich's associate, Ivan, who's currently in L.A.
He's got a hit back on one of Heinrich's men from...
She orders them to investigate. Back to their competition, both men agree they genuinely like Lauren and refuse to back down.
So do I. You do.
Tuck casually drops the fact that he and Lauren kissed, but Franklin smugly replies that he kissed her too. Now, the battle for Lauren's heart turns into a full-blown operation,
You want to know what makes her laugh, what makes her cry.
with each using their CIA resources to gather intel on her. Tuck sneaks into her home to learn more about her likes and dislikes, only to find Franklin is already inside on the same mission. The next day, they track down Ivan. Pretending to be drunk friends of Carl, they crash Ivan's poker game. But Ivan doesn't buy it, and a shootout erupts. Ivan tries to escape, but Tuck and Franklin manage to corner him, beat him down, and take him into custody. Meanwhile, Lauren meets up with Trish, torn between the two men. Franklin and Tuck secretly listen in on their conversation. Trish suggests Lauren keep dating both and compare them to see who's the better choice. Lauren, unsure, decides to give herself one more week to figure it out. Tuck steps up his game, taking Lauren on an exhilarating joyride since he knows she loves cars. Franklin spies on them using a drone, but Tuck quickly shoots it down. Franklin, in turn, discovers she's a fan of artist Gustav Klimt, so he arranges a private museum tour, pretending he's a huge fan. With his team feeding him information through an earpiece, he impresses Lauren until Tuck hacks the system and starts giving him false facts. Despite the sabotage, Lauren enjoys the date. Later, she tells Trish that while Franklin is fun, he seems a little too full of himself. Overhearing this, Franklin decides to show a softer side, taking her to a dog shelter. But when he confidently picks up a puppy, it nearly mauls him, forcing him to put it back. In an attempt to impress Lauren, he declares he'll adopt a dog to be more responsible. Tuck, on the other hand, hears Lauren telling Trish that he's sweet but plays it too safe. Wanting to prove otherwise, he takes her to a paintball game. He doesn't hold back, showing off his combat skills, even taking out a group of kids with a paint grenade and capturing the flag solo. Oren tells Trish about her dates, but admits that the guys are acting strange, making it hard for her to decide between them. To settle it once and for all, she plans to sleep with both of them. Tuck and Franklin accidentally overhear this and are torn between sticking to their pact and giving in to temptation. In the end, they shake hands and agree not to sleep with her. The next night, Tuck takes Lauren to his place, and things start to heat up between them. Just as they're getting into it, Franklin interferes, setting off all the sprinklers. Later, Franklin gets his turn with Lauren and is preparing for a romantic night, but Tuck shoots him with a tranquilizer dart. When Lauren comes back from the bathroom, she finds Franklin completely knocked out and leaves, frustrated. The next day, the guys get into a heated argument at work about sabotaging each other's dates. Still fuming, they go to interrogate Ivan about Heinrich's location, but Ivan warns them that their time is running out and they'll meet their end at the LA harbor. Meanwhile, Heinrich arrives in the country and heads to his transportation. Franklin casually mentions to Tuck that he might not make it to Nana's dinner because he invited Lauren over. This disappoints Tuck since Nana is like family to him. Franklin reminds him that they're his real family, which stings Tuck, and he leaves. That night, Franklin introduces Lauren to Nana, who is eager to get to know her. As they walk through the stables, Lauren sees pictures of Franklin's parents and learns they died in a car accident. Nana points out that Franklin must trust Lauren since she's the first girl he's ever brought home. Later, they all have dinner together, sharing stories about Franklin's childhood. After dinner, Franklin walks Lauren home, and they end up spending the night together. The next morning, Lauren rushes to leave for a meeting, disappointing Franklin, who hoped they'd have breakfast together. She later tells Trish about her amazing night and thinks she should stop seeing Tuck, but Trish convinces her to give him a chance. At work, Tuck demands his team to show him security footage, but they hesitate before revealing that Franklin and Lauren spent the night together. Meanwhile, Franklin turns down an old fling, realizing he has genuine feelings for Lauren. Feeling the competition, Tuck decides to step up his game. He hires a group of actors to pose as his family for dinner with Lauren. However, Franklin catches wind of this and swaps the actors with a bunch of random people. When Tuck steps away, the fake family starts sharing outrageous stories about him, including a claim that he used to be into Egyptian men. Lauren, completely stunned, leaves, and Tuck confesses that he made up the family because he doesn't have one. He takes her to pick up his son, Joe, and introduces Lauren as a friend. Joe asks about Uncle Frank, but Tuck brushes it off as a work friendship. Later, they visit Lauren's office and have fun testing products while Franklin watches, growing more jealous. After dropping Joe off, Tuck takes Lauren home, and things get heated again. They move inside, and Tuck secretly destroys all of Franklin's surveillance cameras, leaving only the audio. Now, Lauren is more confused than ever, believing she has fallen for both men. Trish advises her to choose the one who makes her a better person. At work, the guys argue about who found Lauren first and who she truly loves. Their friendship falls apart, and Franklin even requests a transfer. Lauren calls Tuck to meet her at a restaurant, making Franklin feel defeated. While packing up, he notices something suspicious in the background of a video. It's Heinrich. He rushes to warn Tuck and crashes his dinner with Lauren. She, freaked out by their argument, calls Trish for help. As the two men brawl inside the restaurant, Lauren overhears them talking about their friendship and realizes they've both been playing her the whole time. Furious, she storms out, and Trish picks her up. Before they can leave, Heinrich's men ambush them and take them hostage. Tuck and Franklin get a call from Lauren's phone, but it's Heinrich on the other end. He demands they come alone and unarmed to a warehouse within an hour, or he'll send them Lauren and Trish's heads in the mail. Franklin tracks Lauren's location, and they steal a car to rescue them. They catch up to Heinrich's men, and Franklin jumps from one moving car to another, saving Trish while Tuck causes the other car to crash into a pond. Afterward, they finally tell Lauren the truth about being CIA agents. As they're being chased, Tuck nearly falls out of the car, but Franklin saves him, restoring their friendship. They take down the remaining pursuers, but their escape is blocked by an unfinished road. Just as they start to apologize to each other, Heinrich comes speeding toward them. The guys unload their guns on his bulletproof car, but it keeps coming. Lauren suggests shooting the headlights to trigger the airbags. The plan works, sending Heinrich's car rolling off the edge of the bridge. Lauren chooses Franklin, and Tuck accepts her decision. A few weeks later, Franklin and Lauren are engaged, with Tuck as the best man. While on another mission, Franklin reveals that he hooked up with Tuck's ex long before they met. Tuck, in response, tackles him out of the plane midair. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to hit the like button. And if you didn't, feel free to hit the dislike button twice, just to be sure. For the full experience, you should definitely watch the movie yourself. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more content like this.